Ladies and gentlemen, Healthy Criticism here. Today we're taking a look at Laysara, I believe, Summit Kingdom. It is a mountain-based city builder game in which you try to build a city on a mountain, right? That's pretty self-explanatory, obviously, but in the last video, I mentioned that Future Friends was publishing the game I was covering. That wasn't quite accurate. Future Friends reached out to me and told me about the game, and that's how I covered it. That wasn't the publisher. However, this game is co-published by Future Friends Games and Quad OK Games, and Quad OK Games are also the developer for the game. So I'm getting my shit straight this time around. Now, Laysara or Lysara, I'm honestly unsure on how to pronounce it. Unapologetically, of course, is it has been on the market for quite a bit of time now. It's been since April 10th of 2024 that's been in early access, and I remember back then, before the early access release, I played the demo for the game, and then Future Friends was kind enough to provide me with a key for the game and see what the progress has been so far, which I don't remember what was missing from the game that is in the game right now, but they do have a detailed map, roadmap of what has been released and what is planned to be released, of course, which is pretty nice. Not any concrete dates from what I've seen. And when a game has been in early access development for this long, I think that a little bit of help for the developer would be nice, because I mean, it's almost done, right? There's a few features that they're gonna implement that I really need in order for me to keep playing the game, and I will cover all those as well. But for the asking price of 20 bucks, not bad at all, honestly, especially if you find it on a good sale. So the score in this game is actually pretty amazing. I love the music. But before we get into it, as usual, we're going to take a look at the settings, at the options menu. So we got graphics settings, we got resolution, display mode, shadows quality, anti-aliasing, low quality mode off because we have a good hardware, of course. VSync is on, FPS cap is unlimited, and cliff foliage density is maxed the fuck out. Escape does not take you back, unfortunately. You got some key bindings, which I haven't really messed with because I haven't needed to. This is a city builder, it's not an RTS game, so you don't have to worry about that too much. You got some gameplay options here. You got the camera invert options, you have some movement speeds and everything. Pretty cool stuff. Autosave does take you down to 2 minutes, which is pretty nice, and you can have up to 5 autosave slots, which, you know, 10 would have been nice, but at least you do have the 2-minute interval, which is pretty nice. I'm not going to complain about that at all. I'll close my blinds before people start taking a look at me inside my own house. And then you have some audio settings here, which is going to be your master volume, of course, music, effects volume, and UI volume. I don't know which one controls the voice acting. There's a little bit of voice acting on this, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be the effects volume or the UI volume. It's probably the effects volume, honestly. So that's it for the settings. You have an early access roadmap here, which is pretty nice. You have some visual upgrades that are due to come. I don't care about this. The game still looks very pretty, so I'm not worried about the visual upgrades. It's only been a year of development, and the game does look pretty. I don't think they need to worry about this. Maybe in 5 years or whatever, but I would scrap that to favor other ones here. You got new production chains, you got improved photo mode. You can scrap that too, honestly. Nobody, I mean, I personally wouldn't ask for that, but my cat is doing shit around the house. You got new decorative buildings. Don't care about that either, personally. Localization in new languages. This is important, of course. Definitely do this. And then you have the important stuff here. You got campaign mode and 1.0 release. Obviously, the game releases. I don't think this should be done unless everything else is also done, minus the photo mode. Fuck the photo mode here. New scenario, new challenges 3, which is nice. New resource transportation method. This would be pretty good because it's going to be important, as you're going to see in the game soon here. New scenario, new challenges 2. So obviously, this is going to be the sequel to that. And then trading between player towns. Holy shit, this is so important, and I'll show you why in the gameplay here soon. And this is what's been completed so far. I'm going to hit continue here. I'm going to show you how miserably I'm failing at this game, because it is hard. I'm not even on the hardest difficulty level, and I should have picked the easy difficulty level because I clearly don't know how to play this game yet. But here we go. I'm going to pause the game here because I am on a net positive income here. So This is Laysara or Laysara. If you hit the middle button, you can see what the mountain looks like. All these flat areas, you can actually build to it, right? Holding shift does not move the camera faster, which is unfortunate. It does kind of give you that, which I believe is the duplicate tool, which is nice. I don't care about that. Again, holding the middle mouse button is going to give you the whole view of the mountain, so you kind of strategically plan out what you want to do, and you can build your bases accordingly. Now, I started here. There's going to be some missions here that you can complete in order to complete the objective, and you can move on to a different mountain and play a different set of missions that you can do, different set of objectives. This is your gold income. It is based on the expenses of the buildings and how many people you have working in them. This is the lowlanders. You got the unemployed number, not really contributing to the economy, and then you have the working ones that are actually contributing to the economy. Are artisans, monks, and yaks, free yaks that are not being used. Keep in mind, if you don't have yak farms, they are going to severely hinder your population there. So keep that in mind. Now you got your city centers here. This is a food market. This is where the food goes and it gets distributed throughout the houses. These are the houses here. These are the artisan houses. As you can see, they don't have any unsatisfied needs that they need for an upgrade, but they do have unsatisfied utensil needs, right? And then you're gonna go here. These are gonna be your lowlanders. These are gonna be people that work in the farm fields, etc. And they're gonna be producing your eggs, your milk, and all that good stuff, which is then going to be sent again to the food market, and that's going to supply the houses so they can upgrade, right? When they upgrade, this is the standard Anno game mechanic with a little bit of a twist, right? Again, it's a standard Anno. You fulfill the needs, and then they can actually upgrade and have more people in the house, so that you can have a higher density in population. You don't have to build as many houses, and then you can have more income because you're going to be working, so forth, so forth. Now, if I plop down a building that needs food or whatever, that needs lowlanders, then more lowlanders are going to work, and I'm going to have a higher income. So right now, I'm kind of taking it slow with this, with my expansions, because the more expansions I build, the more money I waste, and that's not good. Supply too low. Yeah, of course, we need more chicken eggs, and we need more food, whatever this is. What is it? Zampa. Zaba means free in Greek, by the way, just so you know. Now, this game does have an avalanche mechanic here. This is the avalanche, and it's going to start falling down this crack. I already seen it fall down this crack. I'm not going to worry too much about it falling on my buildings, but you do need to worry about that eventually. You have the forester and the Mr. Plow. The forester, you kind of build like this, and then you put it here, and it kind of protects your buildings from the avalanches. I don't think I have any problems with any avalanches here. Maybe this one is going to be a problem, but eventually I'm going to have to build something here to kind of protect me from the avalanche, right? So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of a strategic challenge here, so I can build these, but I'm sure I can handle it. That's not going to be too much of an issue. The twist here, compared to the actual Anno games, is that you can build the different residences instead of having to upgrade, right? So yes, you do upgrade the residences, but they only add more people. And that's useful because you only have a limited amount of space here. You cannot just expand whatever the fuck you want. You're going to have to be careful with how many buildings you put in where. Primarily because there's no rotation on the building, right? So this is the cheese maker, right? I cannot rotate that building. This building is vertically long. I cannot rotate it and put it, vertically long somewhere here, or horizontally. I cannot put it horizontally here, for example, to get more space if I only had this much space to put it in. No, I'd have to put it somewhere else. And the developers have come out and clearly said they're not going to add rotation to the game. I don't understand why. I don't understand the logic behind it. Allegedly, it contributes to like the puzzling of the thing. It just doesn't quite make enough sense to me personally. I don't really like that. It's a little odd that they would do it like that, but again, I'm not sure why they would do that. So. It's a little bit of a mess, and the game doesn't quite explain very well the whole population management. So like, yeah, this one needs lowlanders. Apparently, you can have your lowlanders in a different part of the mountain, and they can still go and work there, and you can still have the yak pasture here or whatever. This doesn't really do anything. I can move it, right, and I can put it right here, and it's gonna free up a little bit more space. I do want to pause that for a second before I actually continue the game, because no, actually, what is this? This is not a yak pasture. So if a building is not connected to a road, of course, it's not going to operate. And if you do not have enough of something, holy shit, the game's going to penalize the fuck out of you. You saw I moved the yak pasture from here to here. It was not actually working, and I was short 4 yaks, because I think each one produces 4 yaks. Yeah, and I went from plus 17 to minus 100 something gold per second. So keep that in mind. It's gonna be the treasury is gonna really mess you up very, very quickly. So it's something to keep an eye out on, right? And now my thing says reach population of 60 monks. Obviously, I'm gonna have to build a bridge. This is how you connect the two the places. You're gonna build a bridge right here. It doesn't cost any money to build it, which is really nice. I can build a bridge right here from here to here. Obviously, I'm not going to worry about that. Roads. Let's see. This one does cost some building. It does cost to build it, but it doesn't cost to upkeep it. This one, the upgraded road, I did a tamped road here so that the resources can move a little bit quicker. They do have an upkeep, so I'm probably gonna build over that again. Yeah, it's gonna free up some economy here. I don't really care about them walking too fast. That's actually, I'm losing a lot of gold on that. Holy shit! I should have seen how much upkeep it has. You know, that's crazy. Okay, now I'm back to 62. I'm gonna up my treasury a little bit better. So this is where the game differs a little bit. Yeah, you got the lowlander, you got the artisan, and you got the monk here, and each one has their own unique needs that they need met. The monk actually produces research so that you can increase your research points and then unlock more buildings that way, which is pretty nice. The more monks you have on the workforce, the more you can unlock and provide more research points, and then you can unlock it that way. These are the baths here. These guys need baths, apparently, to upgrade to the next level. I'm not going to worry about it too much. It needs a river. I don't see a river nearby. Is that a river here? Yeah, let's see how this will work. Okay, so you can actually put it right next to the river. So I might have to move all my lowlanders in this area so they can actually go to the next level or whatever. I don't know if artisans need a bath. They actually need utensils. Maybe I'll have to move my artisans here, because this is where the copper mine is, and the copper mine provides copper to the carrier post, and then that's the only way you can send multiple resources to one type of resource rather to multiple places that that produce something with it. So the coppersmith will produce utensils, and then the commodity supplier here will receive the utensils, and then it's going to spread it throughout this white area that you can see here, which is pretty nice. You know, it's kind of basic how it works. You get raw resource, you distribute it to the refiner, and then the refiner just sends it out to the distributor, and then that gets sent out to your people, which is pretty nice. That's the basic premise of the game. You do have to keep elevating. You have to unlock new buildings. You do honey production. You do all that stuff here. You have your food category. You have your prosperity category, which is going to be your commodity stuff. And then you have the enlightenment category, which I haven't really delved into much because this is a much higher requirement on the game. It's a little bit more advanced throughout the campaign and the missions as you go by. I'm sure eventually, since I'm building monks so early, I'm going to be exploring this side of the game as well. So I will admit I'm not entirely a huge fan of the menu here, right? It's a little bit. It does take a little bit to get used to, in all honesty. Eventually, you will get the hang of it. I had to struggle a little bit to get the hang of it. I'm not gonna lie. However, you know, it's it's fine. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it is fine. And I remember now the reason why I have the lowlanders here is because they actually required utensils as well, which is pretty annoying. Why do you need utensils, you know? So now the main thing I want to do is on the roadmap you saw that there was a plan to move resources from one village to the other. I think that's what it means. I want to be able to send utensils from here, you know, from this distributor or here. I want to send them here. And it looks like they are connected. That's weird. I'm just now realizing this. These guys don't get utensils, right? Yeah, it is connected. I don't know why it shows connected, because this one is... Okay, yeah, never mind. The utensils are not going to the food market. They're going to the commodity supplier, right? So that's going to be... that's what confused me a little bit. I wonder if I put... Yeah, I would put a commodity supplier here just to test it out, but I don't want to waste my resources. But it is based on gold, right? You need gold and you need the workforce. There's no other reason, like from what I've seen, there's no, you need wood or whatever to build this building. It doesn't take time to build the building. It's just instant. You plop it down and it starts working. Like this is a donation box. It has an upkeep of 43 gold, but because it's right next to all the artisan houses, it collects donations and it actually produces 144 gold for me, which is pretty nice. I'm guessing the happier they are and the more upgraded they are, they're going to give me more gold. But how do I do that when there's no utensils nearby? That's where it gets a little tricky. Eventually, you're going to be able to figure out how to move resources from a higher level to a lower level, but that's going to be a little bit later in the game. You do actually find out on the first mission that you do. So that's where we're at with Laysara or Laysara. I honestly don't know how to say the fucking name, but it's a unique game, right? You can zoom in and admire the beauty. I don't know why they need a graphical update for this game, and it looks pretty nice, you know. I've seen a lot uglier games that came a lot recently out. So I mean, you even have details like this road is flat, and it's a little elevated so they can walk straight. Like that's pretty nice. You know, the game does look really nice. You have a lot of moving parts on the buildings. You don't have enough people walking around. Like there's no artisans here just walking around. They're kind of chilling at their houses. Eventually, some houses will get connected with each other, but that does only up to 2 houses. You know, there's not going to be 3 houses or more that get connected. So this is something to look for. I want to see. So these pastures here, they get connected once they're next to each other. This is what it looks like on its own. This is what it looks like when it's connected. So that attention to detail is really nice. I know some of these houses are connected. So these 2 are upgraded, but this one is not. Level 2 here. You can kind of see they're matching with each other. But even if I upgrade this one, I don't think it's going to work. So this is level 1, level 1, level 1, level 1, level 1, level 2. So once I upgrade this is going to change the appearance here. Actually, this is just changing the appearance for itself. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to make some more food here, send it, and then kind of be on my own merry way. It's gonna be different. I don't need the eggs. I don't need the eggs ones. This I can actually move this. There's no demand for eggs, so I'm gonna move it here. For example, right there. I'm gonna send that. I'm gonna send the resource here, and now there's going to be enough eggs for everybody. It shows you the how much you provide and how much they demand. They need more tsampa here, so eventually I'm just going to build some more tsampa. So that's the basic premise of the game. That's the basic outline. It's fun, it's unique, it's very, very challenging. Do not come in this expecting to just blow through the game. That's not going to happen. It's not possible. But it is fun. There's a learning curve. Do the intro missions, you know, do the first challenge, the first mission, and you're going to learn the game very well. And it's going to be very enlightening. I think it's important that you do the first mission because it's going to take a while to get the hang of it. I had played it before, and then I went back into it. I couldn't figure it out. I had to do the mission. So there you have it. This is Laysara Summit Kingdom. It's still in early access, and I'm hoping that there's going to be an end to the horizon to complete the game. Add the campaign, because there's no campaign right now, which is unfortunate. I'm actually gonna save the game real quick. I'm gonna go back into the main menu. I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you try to start a new game. So you have your you have the campaign here, which is gonna be available after full release. You got challenge, and you got a free build. Free build is nice because you can just kind of do whatever the fuck you want without the limitations of income, and you can build a pretty city. Some people like doing that. I'm not a huge fan of that. And this is what it looks like now. I'm assuming there's gonna be a few more missions here. According to the roadmap, there's gonna be a few more things that can add. And then this is the first mission, I believe. It's gonna be the easy one. I'm doing this one right now. And then hopefully there's gonna be more after that one. So there you have it. I hope you found it useful. 20 bucks. Just try it out. I do not believe they have a demo still. But if you remotely like what you're seeing, then this should be a good investment for you. So there you have it. I hope you found this useful, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.